Hey, beautiful twin flames, and everyone listening in and is in a divine relationship or feels in love or want to be in a relationship with a soulmate, something eternally and deep and real. This message is for you, and normally I am channeling or speaking from a higher presence and self, but this time I want to speak for my person, my human person self, which is quite awkward for me, and oftentimes the Pleiadian asked me to tell stories from my life, and every time I recorded it I delete it again because it feels very awkward. And also I'm here, I know, to lift up everyone, and even though those messages that the Pleiadian asked me to share are always uplifting, I don't know, it's like I don't want to put my personal thing inside the messages. Now I'm asked again and I feel guided too. I talked to you about the other day about being authentic and can be present in the heart, no matter what is there, that you're not asked to be feeling joyful or peaceful or flowing over from love, all right? That is why now I want to give also the example and be authentic with you. So hopefully it is beneficial for anyone. I'll just follow my guidance again. I was feeling very vulnerable today and down for some reasons, and I could not bring myself to things, although I had to do a lot of things. And so I, as usual, want to think about my health, my diet, or anything I could change. But in the end, I just went inside and see what is there, which I never really enjoy to do, but have to do it every time again, which was, of course, sadness. I felt a deep sadness, and the beautiful thing is that the sadness doesn't have to be there for a long time, like staying there, because we can, like in a short time, even when you're crying, for example, shed some tears, go back to the point of love, of the truth of your being. But now the tears needed to come out, and at the same time I felt my twin flame very close to me, and I was crying with him in my feeling. And I started to feel the last days again, and more than before, when I had the deep journey into oneness. Then I start to feel that the movements my physical body makes is also movements that he makes, like really being copying and twins, and even sentences, thoughts that I think, songs that I'm listening to. And I felt him so close, and I was listening to a message how he also wants to come and also feels vulnerable. And everything that I felt within myself was reflected outside. Not that we have met yet, but what I'm feeling is at this solstice, and I think my last message was also a little bit about this, that in this solstice, it is more cleansing of the heart space because more love wants to come in. And the first thing that is going to happen, the first miracle, is that we are finally becoming one with our twin flame in the outer world and the outer space, because the merging has happened through all of the layers, the astral layer, and then also the etheric layer, then also a lot about the emotional layer, and now I feel the physical layer come in. Mental layer also. And it is inevitable, or no, that's the right word, it is unavoidable. Inevitable, I think that's right? God, these languages. I'm mixing all the time languages every day too. So yeah, it's quite a training. So it is unavoidable, inevitable that it's happening. Twins are now uniting and coming together. And at the same time, because of this, and also because of the soul families now are coming together and aligning. And this is a great exodus. The exodus, not the movement of Ja people, but the movement of the people, the humanity, the beautiful, sacred, beloved humanity, divine and magnificent, now start to move. There will be movement and even relocation. Some will move permanently, some will just travel, journey. And this is all in the hands, in the hearts of the divine, in the design of the divine, beyond us. And as our bodies are earth, Gaia, and the message that I was sharing in 3 parts, I need to continue it again because it wasn't completed. But that's also very beautiful about how our bodies align with Gaia now, completely and totally. And I think already in an earlier message, it was about that the bodily system will align to love, only responds to love. And a lot of different elements are now coming in, and ether was already there, of course, but it will be more, like the stardust and also the plasma, of course. So you have the plasma, the ether, and of course love, unconditional love. And then you have, which could also be in the elemental particles, through the great central sun, through the sun, which is of course a channel too, a portal. And you can go back to earlier messages if you want to hear more about it. But the sun itself is also evolved, expanded, and become much more, well, the word hotter is not the right word, but more powerful influx of these elemental particles and more voltage. So a very high energy is coming through now, which we can perceive as being more hot. And yes, watch out if you go sunbathing. It can go very quick, everything now. Even my solar panel has difficulties channeling this influx of light or love, or the solar light also. So our bodies also now are aligning with Earth, with Gaia, and it's really needed to allow our bodies to align with Gaia and move from the intuition for whatever is needed to intake and absorb. And you will feel a bigger shift or difference to be around people with a lower frequency. It will become very hard and more difficult. Imagine when a baby is born, you would expose it suddenly to very big spices and McDonald's food, or constantly very bright flashlights in its eyes, very intense smells. Well, the smells are already intense, but even like perfume around the baby. So also to have the physical body exposed suddenly to new elements or nutrients, for example, is something you need to get used to slowly. It was the attempt to have it as slow as possible, but for some people it still goes too quick. So today, for example, there was a person that already was having troubles with the heart and had a heart operation before. Just chose to take it a little bit more easy, but not enough. And today I felt the sadness already, and a friend of mine passed by and he told me that his friend passed away today. So these things can also happen. For many reasons, people leave and drop the body, and one of the reasons is because the body can't handle the great influx of light at the moment. And of course, it's always divine light, love, will, guidance, whatever you want to say. As the word goes, when you're cold, you're cold. But at the same time, it is also a new thing, so it's more experimental to see how the body can respond to this great change of elements and influx of light, and if it can hold this intense and immense increasing of frequencies. Now, first of all, what is the blessing and what is the gift of grace is to reharmonize and reunite with your twin flame, which in itself will already be such a dramatic change and difference to your heart space, to your entire life and beingness, that you will have like a week time, a little bit space to be as one, but we'll tell you again that the vulnerability, sensitivity that you feel is quite normal for everything that you have lived through, and all the time and all the seconds and moments you missed love and your beloved. Everything wants to come out. But in this time, this as well goes much quicker. It is a quickening, so you do not have to expect to grieve for days or months, or that it takes a long time, or that you drag your person down into all sorts of lower feelings. Know that these feelings are not low. Sadness has never been a low feeling. It is only a low feeling if they are stuck, and if they are over dramatized, and if they are held instead of released for a longer time than necessary. But the emotion in itself is not a low frequency, neither is fear, because the body has been used to respond to fear to protect you with its flight and fight response, and sometimes we know it can freeze. So also fear for the new is quite normal, and we have not any reason to judge the feelings itself, as long as they are not tried to hold on to, over dramatized and stuck. Also anger, when something goes over your boundary, it's quite normal and very good to show you, hey, this is not right for you. So every feeling and sensation that comes up, just allow it to be, and let yourself be purified, and allow the purification of your heart and your bodily system. But your bodily system should not even be so much worrying you or on your mind, as it is aligning with Gaia. And your body knows you only sometimes will be brought to certain places, or grab something from the nature or your fridge or some shop with your intuition, or you will go in the rain or take a shower and know that even in the shower you absorb the water and drink your water via your skin. Did you know that? So this is what we can also expect, the disintegration of the intestines and the bladder and the kidneys. Everything slowly will disintegrate as well, as it's not needed anymore. as we can absorb, and the water will come to us where it's needed through our skin first, through our new skins, I must say. Everything will change. At the moment, it is needed for all of us to be authentic, present within the heart, which is our safe place, our grounding, and the place we share. From now on, we're gonna share just from the heart and be true. And this is the way we hope to unify and heal together, and know that your soul family will also come closer. And everything that was between you and any one of your soul family because of past lives that weren't healed, know this was also an anchor to keep you at place and present with your body long enough until it was completely transformed into the higher frequencies. If you have nothing anymore to stay with your lower vibrations, to stay with the body, which is then still vibrating in a lower frequencies, it is very hard to stay present with the body as well. I hope that is clear enough. So I'm going to end this message now. I'm just saying it is unavoidable and inevitable that the twin flames are reuniting and the soul families, and there is coming an exodus. Yes, normally all of my messages are coming through higher frequencies, which are always a little bit more in the future, so they're happening in the near future, but the near future is usually a couple of days, maximum a week. I say usually. The time is always very difficult. I never want to make any future predictions anyway. I don't like it, and we are always allowed and capable in any second to make a new decision, so to create a new reality, individual and collectively. So yeah, beautiful people, I'm so looking forward to the now coming time, the new coming time, and everything renewed. Be present within the heart is all I can say. And my beloved and everyone's beloveds, yes, it is time for the feminine now to be vulnerable. You have been so strong, and your masculine feels vulnerable as well, but he's capable of loving you in the way that you've always desired, and to heal your heart. And together, both of you to be vulnerable, even if you think it can be awkward, or you don't want your beloved to see you this way. That's what went through my mind. All of these things in your very raw personality or personal life. Know that all those things will be loved, healed, laughed for, applauded, and dissolved very rapidly as well. And I'm not seeing quite if the bodies will become one, but as far as I see, we will keep two bodies in the fifth dimension. So we will stay in a feminine or masculine body. And yes, until I get more information, that is how it is for now. Alright, so enjoy this beautiful time, and please share as much as you can, not only this video and all videos, because maybe you already listened to them, and maybe you already gone through all of these portals, experiences, activations, light codes, but maybe others are still needing them. So please share. They're not mine, they come through me. And I know it is very, very, and it showed time and time again, not only in these past 25 plus years, but especially in the last year, that everything that came through is highly trustworthy and pure. So yes, share, and share with me, please, your experiences and feelings, how you feel, and if it happens when you united with your beloved, everybody will know, and then, you know, we will lift up the entire humanity which was still felt separated or left behind. Okay, it's going to happen, because know, please, that those who took injections or who denied to look into information. They had an overload emotional already. They have not cleansed their emotional body and their traumas. They have not, some of them really weren't even aware of traumas, but they weren't capable. Their nervous system, their emotional bodies, they weren't capable. They first needed us to bring in more joy, to clean up. And you know, as a pioneer, you first go into the river and remove stones. And it is heavy work because you need to remove in all those against the flow even. Stand strong and remove stones until more of the flow can come through when it was so blocked. Because some had blocked the flow, the natural flow of life. Everywhere with implants and all those kind of things, you know. You now know what happened quite a bit. So yes, no judgment. We have moved the stones already until more and more come to also move the stones. More and more were freed to also come move the stones and joined us until the river itself can cleanse every stone which was seemingly unmovable. And everything will be brought back into the ocean, into the oneness. And no, we are not just a drop. The drops are within our bodies. And each drop is also a sentient being and highly intelligent. But we are more like a lake. And now every lake is flowing over into the river. We are being brought into the ocean. And we will be vaporized and fly off to wherever we want. Whatever. I'm going to sing a little song that came up to me that I had before sometimes, because sometimes as the waves, it felt like we come so close and then we were pulled apart. The push and pull effect, you know, which is always present. And now I felt the song coming up again, so I'm singing it. Maybe anyone else have or recognize it, or maybe my beloved. I'm leaving on the midnight train tomorrow. I'm gonna leave it all behind. I packed my trouble and I throwed it all away. And this time, little darling, I'm coming home to stay. I'm stuck on you. Had a feeling deep down within me that it just can't wait. I guess I'm on my way. I needed a friend, and the way that I feel about you, I guess I stay till the end. I guess I'm on my way. I'm mighty glad you stayed. Da 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 dum, da 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 dum, da 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 dum, da da dum. I'm leaving on the midnight train tomorrow. I'm gonna leave it all behind. I packed my troubles and I throwed it all away. And this time, little darling, I'm coming home to stay. So joyful, beautiful frequencies and energies and freedom. I was packing my bags already so many times the last month, and unpacking and inpacking, and sometimes suddenly in the evening I packed it and then I unpacked it again. I don't know what that's about, but I do it again, and I feel I'm moving. Also the letting go of beloved in my life and other people, and the place where I've lived for a long time, which was also the place where I've been healing so much of myself, and beautiful place in nature, which I'm also leaving behind. I'm not knowing where I'm going. I divinely trust on every guidance and on the path itself, and whatever is happening, I know it's going to be more better and beautiful. That was always my thing that I said. Oh, come on, those words, they don't come up when where are those words when I'm needing them? So yes, I've been moving often from place, and then also don't know where I'm going, and already have sorted things out, giving things away, and just sleeping with a mattress on the floor until the thing will happen and I know where I go. So there we go again after 7 years. That's my life story, I guess. 777. Now let's see what's going to happen now. I wish every one of you a beautiful unification, union, harmony, reunion with your soul family, and celebration and all of the good stuff. And so much love. And do not forget that the body itself will now realign with harmony. And so much love to everyone. We are being taken care for and being carried in love. Love you so much. Thank you for being present. Speak to you again. Bye bye. Thank you for sharing. Thank you. And yes, support is still very much appreciated in any way you can and feel, alright? Which is loving and happy and practical as well. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Bye bye.